Welcome to the online info session concerning the Master's Program Molecular Biotechnology. My name is Beatrix Kuhn-Griesmer. I'm the head of the study program, and I will accompany you during your studies. And also with us today is my assistant, Janina Agisplay, as well as Robin Trent. He is one of our students. He also did the bachelor's degree program at our university. Before we just go in detail of our master's program, I would like to give you some information concerning the department. So our department concerns 3 sections, which is the molecular biotechnology section, the bioengineering section, and the packaging and resource management section. Concerning to our division, we have the bachelor's degree program, molecular biotechnology in full-time. Then we have now the master molecular biotechnology program also in full-time in English. And what concerns to our section is a huge research and development part. So in all the presentations later on, we just concern on this study program, just to let you know in which department the study program is involved and connected. What you can see here is now our new study location. It's a brand new house. We just came in the 1st of September. What is quite interesting here is that we have a lot of new labs, and one main thing in this new building is that we built bigger labs concerning the cell culture, because this is one of our main features of this study program. And all the other rooms logically are also brand new. So we expect a lot of new interesting students in this house. Concerning the rooms, also Robin can give you some answers because he's already doing his master's project here. At the beginning, some organizational tools. So your final degree will be Master of Science in Natural Sciences. Your tuition fee is €363.36. Plus there is a 20 euro, I think, Robin, or is it 21? I don't know exactly. We don't hear you. It's around 20. What is
around 20 years.
Yes.
Like 21 or something.
Yeah. Can you say some words concerning this ÖH Premium, which means in English University Student Union, and you have this 20 units, 20 euros to pay. Do you know why you paid?
The main part is the insurance stuff.
Okay.
When you break something at the lab,
okay,
then the ÖH has your back.
Yeah. So this is quite new, good for your insurance. And plus the contribution. What means contribution? This says we have some additional study expenses currently up to 83 euros, depending on degree program and year. So it's for the whole program around 80 euros. So it's per semester around 20 euros, like that. And it's not each semester the same contribution. The duration of the course is 4 semesters. The ECTS are 120, as all of you know. We have 40 study places. The organization form is full-time, and the language of instruction is English. So interesting for all of you are the admission requirements we will go through. First of all, we need a positively completed life science bachelor's degree or an equivalent similar qualification institute of higher education with a total of 180 ECTS credits. So this is what has to be before we start. There are some little differences between international applicants and European applicants, and there are some documents might need to undergo a legalization process, but Janina, who you can see here, is the one she will guide you through all these questions later on today, or you will give her an email to this address, biotechnology@fhcampuswien.ch. You find it also at the homepage. So first of all, as I mentioned, you need this 180 ECTS credits. First, second, you need the completed table. Yeah, you can also find it on the homepage. To show us which of the relevant ECTS credits do you bring from your previous studies with you. So we need for the biology, in theory, at least 20 ECTS. In practical courses, labs, whatever, around 10 ECTS. In the following fields: molecular biology, genetics, cell biology, microbiology, genomics, and biotechnology. Then you have to have around 15 ECTS in chemistry, general, analytical, physical, organic, bioorganic chemistry, and so on. You just fulfill this kind of table and we will look after. And at last, you need mathematics, statistics, or informatics section, around 6 ECTS. Yeah. The third point is the English language proficiency at level C1. Yeah, Janine will look after that. There are some applicants with higher education entrance from the European Union, the EEA states, or from Switzerland. They do not need a proof of their English language skills. So more detailed information on admission requirements, application, and the admission procedure you can find on our homepage. If you have any questions now, just write the question in this F&A section, and I will read the question because it's interesting for all of you, and we try to answer the question, either Janina, Robin, or me. Yeah, also please just give your questions, not in the chat function, it's in the F&A function. If there are no questions, we proceed. As mentioned before, the admission procedure follows. Step 1, application via the online application tool. It's shown here. And there's a second step, which means if all the application documents are fully provided and fulfill the admission requirements, you get an invitation to the admission procedure. This admission procedure contains of 2 parts. The first part is a written admission test on site, which means you have to be in personal attendance at the main location here, which is necessary. Then it's a computer-based examination platform, and the knowledge is asked for biology, molecular biology, cell biology, English, etc. It's, let's say, on the level of a life science bachelor's level, and as well as cognitive questions. I have seen there is one question now. I will finish this part and I will go through the questions. And the part 2, if everything is okay with you in the written admission test, which means you have to catch half of the points of the written admission tests, then you are invited to the online interview. It's an online meeting tool like Zoom, and we will have this interview around half an hour, and you get questions concerning, as mentioned here, your motivation, your studies, your professional and scientific goals. Let's go a little bit in your future career. And some questions concerning knowledge at life science bachelor's level. But these are less of all these questions. So what makes this master's degree program special? It makes special that we have a really high teaching quality combined with a very good international program. This gives you, both of these items gives you a really good, excellent career opportunities. What kind of career opportunities do we have? Either you can make a next step in your academic career, which is a PhD or doctorate study program at the universities, or you can, or you can go to the pharmaceutical industry, in the regulatory agencies, or in the producing pharmaceutical industry. We will go in more detail later on. So how do we make this teaching quality? We will provide you a really state-of-the-art study program in theoretical, but also methodical parts for the international industry, not only pharmaceutical industry, but also the biotech industry, and which is very, becomes always more important, and the medical research. The innovative curriculum is a mix of molecular biological subjects and key transversal skills. We also will have a look further on these details. I will try to catch lecturers from the industry as well as from the academia research. We have 40 study places. This means we have small groups, we have a guaranteed lab place, and you can choose an elective. How do we do this internationalization program? So the program per se is an English program, which is international language in this applied life sciences. The degree program is part of a real large national as well as international network at the university level. Then we have a mobility window. We call it mobility window in the 4th semester. We will also concern on this detail later on, which means it gives you the possibility to go for a research project, either international or national, and do your master thesis. And last but not least, to this internationalization program, we have an international office, which gives you really good guidance for this Erasmus program, or we always have some Marshall Plan scholarships for the United States. The Erasmus is, as you know, it's just for the European Union. So I think we try to do our best to give you really a good career opportunities for your future. So now let's come a little bit in detail to the curriculum, which is the heart of the study program. I just try to show you all the details. Let's go here. 1st semester, 2nd, 3rd, 4th semester. We already spoke about the 4th semester, which is a kind of window of opportunity. This means you don't have any lectures, any labs, so you can just go out and do your thesis project in one of the really good labs all over the world. This is minimum 6 months, but maximum about 12 months. Yeah, it's up to you, and it's up to you it's up to the receiving lab where you do your master thesis project, which kind of projects they have. Sometimes you just have a project for 6 months. Sometimes they need you to have in the lab for 9 months, and maximum are 12 months. So, and the other semesters is a mixture of labs, lectures, integrated courses, and seminars. Before we start in detail, just to let you know, the mandatory attendance is in the labs 100%, in the integrated courses 100%, and the seminars. But to give you a little bit flexibility, and a lot of the students have to work beside, so we decided to give you no mandatory attendance to the lectures, which is sometimes, I always say to my students, it's better you have an attendance at the lectures, but if you need to work beside, you have the possibility not to come to the lectures. So let's come in the different colors. So we try to give you with this study program an area of expertise in drug discovery and pharma. So all this expertise is shown in orange. For example, you have in the 1st semester, this is not a lecture, this is a module. I will go in detail. A module concerns of 1 to 3 lectures. You have the module, for example, clinical drug development, drug screening, biologicals, drug design, and molecular pharmacology. We will do all these lectures with, not all, but the most of them with lectures from really big pharmaceutical industry, and they really know what the industry needs, and they also have a really good research area. For example, Boehringer Ingelheim has a big research area in this field. Then one of our really areas of expertise is molecular biotechnology and human genetics. We will give you medical genetics, molecular genetics, RNA. I have not the time to go in each detail, but just to let you know, and you can print out this curriculum for yourself at home, and then you can go in detail. Just to stick on the expertise fields. Then we have an expertise field in molecular medicine. I want to point out, for example, which is very, we are the only university I think in Austria, which gives you the possibility to go in the field of stem cells. So we are working together with some guys from the Vienna Biocenter, stem cells as a lecture, but also stem cells in a very interesting lab. Then we give you the area of expertise in immunology, also expertise in allergies and autoimmune diseases. Then what is really, really important for you, young students, is to get more expertise in computational data analysis. The companies always come to me and ask me to give you more knowledge in these fields. So we have 3 to 4 modules in this field. Here you can see all the advanced lab practice you have. So for each lab, there is one lecture before. For example, medical genetics lecture, you have also a lab. For RNA, you have also a lab. For stem cells, you have also a lab. For signaling pathways in the theory, you have also a lab. And molecular pathology, this is the lab for the molecular pathology lecture in the first semester. Then we give you really good expertise in toxicology and in molecular immunology. So you see that we have a lot of really good labs which give you a good practice for your future in the methods. Then we provide elective courses. This means in the first semester, you have to get to know in detail in all these courses. Then you have an idea in which direction you would go further on. For example, you can elect either a course in RNA, in drug discovery, or in molecular immunology. So you can make your expertise in one of these fields. And in parallel, it's more some field of the pharmaceutical industry wants you to have, which is either therapeutic strategies or vaccine development. In the second semester and in the third semester, you can elect either computer-assisted systems and data integrity, or pharmacovigilance and regulatory affairs. So both of them are very, very expected from the pharmaceutical industry. So you get the knowledge, which is just the basic knowledge, but just to know the language, what is talked about in the industry. And the second point to elect is out of the scientific methods, either a drug discovery or in immunology. So this gives you more detail in the fields here from the second semester. And if you're interested and it's possible, you can also attend all of them to get more knowledge in all these fields. Yeah, and at least you will get a lot of professional skills like bioethic. ITIP is just international teams and international projects. It's just to get to know each other. We have scientific communication with 2 scientists coming from Scotland, which will give you good English lectures. Later on, which is very important also, you have a lecture in innovation in biotechnology and startups. Then you get the knowledge in IP, which means intellectual property, patent and law. So just if you would do any time a startup lab, you have to know what's about all the legal things concerning this startup project. Or if you later on work can also work as a patent lawyer. Yeah. And concerning this field, there is one lecture called Strategic Business Management, just to give you a little bit information about how a company works and how you can mix this biotechnology and company knowledge. And at the end, after the third semester, you make your master thesis project. In one of these labs, we have a very good there's one word missing. Yeah, let's say a network for a lot of labs all over the world. So I think this is the main knowledge you have to know if you would like to come to us. And I have to mention that all of the students finishing our study program all of them have good jobs. At each master thesis, when I ask the students, what are you doing? All of them know what to do, either jobs or go out in a really good labs for a PhD program. This is just showing you some details. As I mentioned before, let's show this one. For example, this is not a lecture, as I mentioned, this is a kind of module. And here you can see the module consists of the lecture, Vorlesung means in German lecture, medical genetics lab, and vascular biology. Yeah, just to let you know why I show this here. And you can also see the hours per week and the ECTS points, but it's not time enough to go here through all these points. This is just another kind of representation. Here you can see now all the lectures. If anybody is interested, what means lecture, what is the task and what is the goal, what is an integrative course, what is laboratory, what is a seminar, just you can read over and see what is the task and what is the goal. What I want to show you here is now, it's always a question, how does the timetable look like? The timetable looks like that. For example, you can see here 1 week. This is from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And you have, for example, here 1 lecture in the morning, then you have a ELFA integrated course and so on. The blue one is a face-to-face teaching. This means more or less a lecture, which is not always a lecture. Let's see, because sometimes it's also ELV, which means the integrated course. But as I mentioned before, it's not, you have not to attend these lectures, but just to show you what are the different colors mean, and that there is sometimes the whole day free and you have 1 lecture in the evening or 1 in the morning, the whole day is free. Or for example, here on Friday, it's in gray, and gray means this is a distance learning. This means your scripts and documents are uploaded, for example, on the Moodle platform, and then it can be learned independently of time and place, but the lecture will be in the backyard and the back front, and if you have any questions, you can just ask him. In the next slide, does not like. So in the next slide, we have another, sorry?
Was there a question for me? I'm sorry, I lagged a little bit.
No, as I mentioned before, we just go through all the presentation, and at last we will go through the questions. Okay. Just want to say now we have something else, another color, which is in orange, and orange means distance learning with presence in front of the screen and the camera, face-to-face via Zoom, for example. And in red, you have shown all the exams. Yeah, so this is a This is a timetable, classical. So here now we have just an overview of all our international cooperation partners. And for me, it's very important to show you. And since the pharmaceutical industry and the biotechnology industry, as well as the research in these fields is international, because we are concerning on a medical biotechnology. So we have to get to know how to work in the foreign countries, how are the laws over there and so on. Therefore, I would like to let you know that it's very important for me that the students have an international focus in their minds, and we provide you to go out during your master thesis project. And here are some of our partners. In the middle is Germany, with a lot of partner universities, United Kingdom, a lot of partners, Norway, Japan, the Netherlands, Sweden, United States, Spain, Iceland, Hungary, France, Finland, Ireland, India, Belgium, Australia, China, Denmark. Yeah, so it's up to you to choose a lab in one of these countries and to go over there if you would like to. Yeah, now let's come at the end to the career opportunities. In the middle is the master's degree program. And after finishing the master's program, you have the possibility to, you are a molecular biotechnologist. And as this kind of knowledge, you can go in the research institutes, in the university, in a medical university, in the pharmaceutical industry. But you can also go to government agencies and in clinicals and hospitals. This is a really rough overview. We will go in detail later on. And as I mentioned before, you can also have or do your a doctoral degree, a PhD program in one of all the universities worldwide in this field. Go back. So now we go a little bit in the career opportunities in detail. As I mentioned before, you can make your international or national postgraduate studies like the PhD, or you go in the pharmaceutical industry. There are a lot of different parts as we try to prepare you in the study program. For example, the R&D, research and development departments in the life science companies and biotech startups, but you also have some knowledge for the quality management, for the marketing, for data analysis. And you can go to the medical research in the fields of vaccine development, in the fields of degenerative diseases, research in tumor biology, or in research universities, institutes and non-university establishments like Vienna Biocenter, for example, you have this EMB and so on, or the Austrian Academy of Sciences, Institute of Technology. Further on, with all your methods, you are also well prepared for the industrial biotechnology like food industry, environmental technology, or analytical laboratories. And as I mentioned before, and therefore we will give you the knowledge concerning the intellectual property, the patent and law. And with this knowledge, you can also go in the publishing part of all of the molecular biotechnology sections. You can go to government agencies, or you can set up your own startup service, so these are more or less the career opportunities in a really overview. So sometimes it does not like to go further. Here I just want to give you a short overview on our research projects, which is on the one hand the signaling pathways. You know, the signaling pathways are, you need the knowledge concerning the tumor biology. This is one part. The second part is we are concerning on toxicology, cell-based test systems, and the second lab in our university concerns the sorry, concerns the allergies. It's with Professor Svoboda. Here in detail, we are looking on the pathomechanisms of allergic reactions. We are looking for the allergen identification and characterization, the production of recombinant allergens for diagnosis and therapy of allergies, and as well as development of methods for the detection of mold allergens, our latest project. Yeah, so this is more or less an overview on our study program. And I think it's a very good study program concerning molecular biotechnology techniques. So you will get the good knowledge for all these medical studies, for all the pharmaceutical and biotechnology. Yeah, let's say in the academic part, but also in the companies. And I hope you will apply, and we can give you a good, a good study program. In this case, I say goodbye to everybody and looking forward to seeing you here. Okay, bye.